Aloha, it's Paul here at the warhq.co.uk, and today, as you can see, we're looking at the Chiha platoon from Warlord for use primarily with bolt action, but you could use it with lots of other things. And here we have on the front, it's showing us the 156 scale 3 Japanese medium tanks, and on the back you get a wee bit of the history and including the stat cards, transfers and the damage markers, and we give you a bit of art and, as I say, a little bit of the history, and that's about it for the outside of the box. So opening the box up, this one didn't come cellophane wrapped, I don't think, if memory serves me right, so you're getting it as it came out of the box. And if we just tip everything out, we'll put up that behind there for just now. So we've got full colour instruction book, not full colour, it's colour outside instruction book and the diagrams inside, and then we've got 3 packs of damage markers for your tanks, and we've also got the cards, and in there now in a plastic bag, so that's a really good idea, stops your transfers decals from getting damaged. We've got the decal sheet, and then in the box is also 6 sprues. That'll be 2 sprues for each tank, and that will be that's the sprues you get. So just have a quick look through this. We've got the tracks, the main body, wheels and bogies, and some of the upper section of the tank. Looks as though we get 2 upper sections, so that could be interesting for the 2 types, the Chiha, and I think you get the Shinoto, is it, which is the one with the different turret, and it also comes with, I think it's a medium AT gun for the later version. So here we have one of the turrets and one of the other turrets. Sides of the turrets there, we've got the Japanese commander and just some more of the bits and pieces, all looking quite good. Get a close-up of them there. It all looks, for the bits that have got detailing on, we can see the rivets standing out nicely. One of the guns there. The commander looks pretty standard. So nice wee kit. Japanese medium tank. The early version, I think, of this comes in at about 135 points regular, and that's got 2-inch, that's a howitzer on it, and it's got a 2-inch mortar. These tanks have 2 MMGs, one's out the back of the turret, so a little difficult to get to use it on a target at the same time as the main gun, but it's not bad for the points. Cheapest chips, nice easy way to run an armoured platoon. The later version, I think, has a souped up gun which gives you a medium anti-tank, which gives you a 1-inch template, and I think it's about a +5 pen, which isn't too bad. It's a medium tank, so +8 armour, and the later version comes in at about 160-ish points for the regular. So again, still a pretty cheap tank. So we're going to go on to build this little baby up, see what we can do with it for you, and we'll come back when we've got that all done. And we've got the tanks more or less made up. I've just kept the tracks off because I'm going to paint the tracks separately. But I've taken one of the tracks off so you can see how well they go together actually. General thoughts on this kit when I was making it up. It comes with 2 turrets for an early version and a later version. The earlier version's got a little howitzer on it, and the later version's got an anti-tank. You don't get enough parts to be able to make up the back machine gun, although you could replace it. But the one bit you don't get is you don't get 2 of these little, the wee turret tower thing on the top. And that means that you can't make up the 2 turrets really, which is a bit of a shame. So for for all the expense of another one, you could have the 2 turrets and run it as the 2 different types. You could actually, it comes with 2 different, don't know if you can see on this, 2 different tops. This little top here actually clips off if you don't glue it down, and you could change them across. I've just glued them down, but then you have to, there's a lot of plates that you put on over the top, which I suppose you could have it so it clipped down, but it's just awkward and fiddly, and I don't know why they just didn't have these bits moulded on here. It just seems a little strange, don't know why they did that. Presumably there is a reason for production like that, but hey, that's how it comes. So I made it up as the 2 separates there. We've got the little turret sits on, and you've got a little commander, a little focus on that, got a little tank commander there. So we'll make these 3 up. I said I would show you the tracks. Tracks on these ones are not right and left tracks. You can put them either side. It's just front and back. You'll see there's a bit there, if it will focus for me. Not focusing because all that stuff's there. We go. You see this little bit here where they've cut the side bits away? That's the front. And again, this one is the same if you hold it the right way around. And those go together. They fit over the front guide wheel. Oh, I've got bits of flash there that I'll take off. And because they're symmetrical right and left, you can put these tracks on right and left, so you don't have to worry too much about the tracks going on. These tracks will fit over like so once they're, like so, once they're finished, and then that one will fit on the bottom like that. And it may not be altogether obvious, but there's going to be a perfect join on these. Don't know if you can see it there. There's going to be a perfect join on these. I really didn't take the bits off this sprue, but actually let me show you something. On the sprue here, let me see if I can get this in focus so I can show you. Can you see that the actual sprue attaches between the tracks, which makes it really awkward to cut off the sprue, and then you've got to go and you can see where I've maybe hashed it up a bit here. You can see where I've tried to take the bits out. I need to come along with a knife and tidy that up, but it just makes it overly awkward. Why couldn't they fix this flash bit onto the actual end of the track, and it would have been dead simple, but they didn't. So minor gripes about the model. The model itself goes together really nicely. Not much more to say. It is quite a nice wee model. It's quite detailed. Another bit of tidying up to do there. I wanted to glue those on because they're quite fiddly and I tend to lose them on the floor, so I'll tidy them, these shackles up once it's on. It is quite a tidy wee model. There's quite a lot of parts because these side platings fit over the top of the hull part. But other than that, it's good bang for your buck. They're nice wee tanks. So we're going to move on to painting. What I'll do is I'll probably airbrush a couple of them, and then I'll have a go at painting by normal paintbrush, one of them, so you can see 2 different styles on those. And that pack, together with the bits and bobs you get in it, the cards, I really like the idea of the cards. If we can have more of these, please. The instructions themselves, the instructions were pretty good, black and white. They seem to be taking a few ideas out of other manufacturers. We've got some colour photos. It's just nice. I know we kind of chuck these away, and it also gives you, I like the referencing for the decals. If you notice here, the decal sheets, they've got numbers around them, and they correspond on the pictures they have of the painted up ones of the decals that they've used. So if you want to reproduce something that's actually in the instruction and assembly guide, and you can do so quite easily. I like the fact they've got the parts numbered, although on the actual sprue, the sprue isn't numbered, which makes it slightly awkward. Why can't you number the sprues? You know, so on the actual sprue, this grey bit here, they don't have any numbers or anything to indicate which part is which, but you can normally work it out. And yeah, very nice. So I'll give it a thumbs up from the War HQ, and we will link this to the painting videos once I get them done. It'll probably be about a week to 2 weeks before I actually get the videos edited and finished. So thanks very much, hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to like and share please, it all makes a difference, and we'll see you in the next video.